For the longest time in the agenda was written storytelling. And then later I was asked, you have to give a topic. So of course I gave a topic related to my work. But I want to speak a little bit how I came to that work and how I also came to India and how long I have been in India for the past years. So let's go back in 2010. I just had graduated from my bachelor and I wanted to do something new. So I saw in Unicum, which is a German website, an announcement for India. It was in Pune, a small IT company was looking for an intern. I said, okay, why not? Let's try it. I want to go out. I want to try something new. I've never been in Asia, so why not to apply? So I applied. I first, of course, had to check where is Pune, just to find out that Pune is bigger than Berlin. Like many other cities in India we have never heard of. So, well, luckily they took me, and I went to India to do marketing and business development for them in Europe. And I must be honestly saying that was the first time I had heard cold calling. I think that's very familiar for many Indians, how to do marketing and sales here in India. So I started doing the business development there. And guess what I also did the first thing when I came to India? Any guesses? I rented a scooter. Yes, I love riding bikes and every vehicle. Of course, I didn't have a license, but who cares? You know, whenever some police stopped me, 100 rupees, no problem. Yeah. So I spent 6 months in India, and I got offered a job here in Bangalore, but I said no. I wanted to do something else. I wanted to go somewhere else. I wanted to finish my master's. So I thought, no, I can't stay in India, right? Now guess, I left India, and how long did it take to come back? 4 months. In 4 months, I was back spending my holiday in India. I wanted to go somewhere else, but I came back to India because Goa, you know, everyone wants to go to Goa, have some nice time. So I went to Goa and spent some time there. After that, I went back, I did my master, and I saw a job announcement for GIZ. Guess where? In India. When I saw that job announcement, I knew it, they will take me. There was no question because I had been in India. And so I came back in 2012 to India to work with GIZ. And they gave me a really interesting topic, climate change adaptation in the private sector. So that means I had to go to MSMEs and talk to them about climate change adaptation in the MSME sector, how to develop strategies. Do you think anyone is interested? No? No, right. Climate change, what? You tell me you have to build a higher building for the flood, which is coming in 30 years. Thank you very much. No. At the same time, I always looked at my colleagues. I had 2 colleagues who worked in the startup space. You know, they were active with this young, dynamic entrepreneurs, and I had to go to the MSMEs, they could go to startups, they could work with all that incubators, you know, and I was really, really jealous. I wanted to work in that space. So the first chance I took when they left GIZ, I said, I want to work for startups, and I want to be the startup phase for GIZ here in India. And at the same time, 2013 it was, when I started for startups, working in the startup ecosystem here in India, there was a new Companies Act, which said corporates can spend CSR money on incubators. And we saw that as a real great chance. So I got in touch with different corporates, for instance, Bosch, Reckitt Kaiser. We spoke to Intellicap, and we started deliberating what can we do to get more corporates working with startups. I think, yeah, it took 2 years, because corporates, you know, in which pace they are working. It took 2 years till we finally had that project running. And we started a new project on corporate engagement and startup incubation. And that started in 2015, and I think since then it has been a fantastic move for us to work in that space. Because let me just deliberate a bit about the initiatives we are running. So we started with the thought, we have to identify the exact mechanisms. Corporates want to work with incubators, and corporates also want to work with startups. So we hired an agency to do a study for us. Now that study took, well, around a year. So we said, no, we can't wait till the study is finished. We have to do something before that. So we started an initiative with Bosch on piloting a partnership between a corporate and a social enterprise. So the social enterprise was Arvind Eye Care. So Bosch just had developed a new eye screening device, and we placed those eye screening devices in the centers of Arvind, in really remote vision centers, where they don't have doctors, just technicians. So with this device in hand, we trained them how to use that device, and also with IoT-enabled services, integrated it in the chain from the vision centers to the hospitals. So whenever a client got screened for an eye disease, the information would go directly to the hospital, and they could get directly referred also to the hospital. So with that, we did an analysis after that. We identified that we could treat much more patients and identify much more patients with glaucoma or other eye diseases to refer them to the hospital. So that was one pilot we tried between a corporate and startup. And we saw more potential for that. So recently, we announced a new call where social enterprises or other startups want to pilot something and want to have a corporate as a partner to do this. We are currently in the screening process of those startups and identify the right corporates. We also started another initiative for how to make more corporates with incubators. We did, and Margaret was there as well, in Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi, matchmaking sessions where the incubators pitched their offerings to the corporates. And today we have identified 17 such partnerships between corporates and incubators, where the corporates have either given money to the incubators or have given technical assistance to the incubators. One of such partnerships is, for instance, between Marico Foundation and an incubator named NAM, and there are many such initiatives. And what we also did, we set up the Indo-German boot camp, and let me tell you how this happened. Last year in March, Norbert Kunz from Social Impact Lab, which is a social incubator in Germany, came to India. And we sneaked out of the conference, went to grab a beer, and we were talking, what can we do with each other? And we had that idea, why not to do an exchange program between Indian and German entrepreneurs? The beautiful thing of this partnership is we never talked about money. You know, they didn't ask me to get any money, and I think that's the best thing. If an organization has their own motivation to do a thing. They didn't ask, we never spoke about money, we just started it. And within 3 months, we had the first Indo-German startup bootcamp in Berlin, where we brought 5 energy startups from India to Germany, and also sourced for 5 German startups. So it was a really interactive 10 days where we discussed their business models, we exposed them to different investors, mentors, companies, and so on. And we thought it was really a good format, so let's repeat it in India. And we did the same thing this year in March in IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, which is an incubator there, and also here in Bangalore together with Bosch. And this time it was from the sector of transport and mobility. And again, I must say it was a really, really exciting experience. And we are really happy that, for instance, one company which was there in the boot camp, Adaptive City Mobility, is now ready to enter in India. They have found from Tata a manager for their operations here in India. So these are kind of success stories for us that such programs are working. At the same time, of course, we run many, many other activities. We do regular demo days. So we have a demo day coming up on the 10th of October in Delhi. So if anyone is interested to join that, please apply. Just search for Bosch and Startup Tunnel and GIZ, and I think you will find it. We again will help you to get the right corporate connects, the right investor connects, and trying to expose you to that ecosystem. So yeah. Summarizing is, that's what GIZ is all about. We are trying to enable the ecosystem, to bring together the different players, to foster cooperation, and to kickstart certain initiatives with the hope that, of course, many other players take it up. Thank you so much.